are here today to do some painting with feathers. We're continuing our explorations of baby chicks, and with that we have a whole collection of feathers and we'd like to do it for a painting activity. So to start, I have my paper here taped to the easel, but you could do it anywhere at home. You could do it outside, you could do it at the table. You just need a piece of paper, and then Miss Farron and I will both have a little tray of paint. In mine, I have blue and yellow to start, and you can use a couple different colors or just one color, whatever you'd prefer. And then I have two single feathers, and I also have this really cool cluster of feathers that are all stuck together, and I'm going to use them as my paintbrush to paint on the paper. So I think to start, I'm going to start with this really cool cluster, and I am going to dip it. And when I dip it into my tray, because it's a cluster, I'm going to end up with both colors on the ends of my feathers, if you can see that. And then I think I'm going to start by just doing some dabbing on my paper. And when I do that and I spin it all around, you can see that some of the colors start to mix. And when I mix my blue and yellow, I can see a little green in here. Okay, I'm going to put my cluster of feathers down, and then I'm going to get this long purple feather, and I think I'm going to dip just the end of it here into my paint. So I'll dip, dip, dip it into the blue paint, and then I'm going to use it like a paintbrush, and I'm going to brush it across my paper like this. And when I do that, you can see the different tips of my feather and the different tracks that it can make. Then I'm going to dip it in the yellow paint, and I think I'm just going to do a little like this to see what kind of spots that could make on the paper. All right, and then I'm going to take my pink feather here, and I'm going to lay it down. My fingers might get a little paint on them, and that's okay because I can wash them after. And then I think I'm going to try and make a print with my feather. You see that? You can press it right on, and you can make a full feather print. And if you put enough paint on and you want to, you can also leave it, wipe your fingers off on the paper like that, and then the feather can actually be a part of your finished piece of art. All right, now I'm going to switch with Miss Farron, and we're going to see how she can paint with her feathers. Okay, so here we go. Get ready to say hi, Miss Farron.
Hello, everybody. So I have the same setup as Miss Jennifer. I have two colors. I have red and I have blue. And then I have this amazing cluster of feathers. And then I have a white feather. And I have a pink one. So I think I'm going to start with the white feather. I'm going to dip it in the red paint and then just make some nice strokes with it. Maybe some lines. And just see whatever I can come up with. And I will dip it in blue and red and mix them. And then I think I'm going to move on to the cluster of feathers and do both colors. And make some cool patterns. And just tap, 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 tap. And now I'm going to use my pink feather and do the opposite of the feather and use the bottom and see what that can make. And maybe just drag it through my other work to make some cool designs. And then I think I'm going to cover my feather in paint just so I can make some prints. Press it down really hard. And now I have prints. And of course you guys can make whatever you want. and we would love to see your work when you're all done. It was so nice to make this video for you. We'll see you another time.